What services do you offer, Keith?
I like to call them retainer services. The client phones me whenever he wishes. I get paid a standard amount of money for day-to-day work and advice work. I also deal with the Charity Commission, which is a big government department, and ensure that meetings are held promptly, that trustees are properly instructed and know what's going to go on, that the right returns are made promptly, that if they need accountancy or bookkeeping, that is also provided. So it's really a services plus arrangement. I do the legals and the day-to-day working and running of a company, of a charity, but frequently there are add-ons which are necessary. PR add-ons, accountancy add-ons, all these sort of things help the charity to be run smoothly and to give the donor and indeed the trustees an easy approach to acting in this capacity.
So you get involved at the very beginning with establishment of the trusts, or do you advise clients who already have trusts in place?
Well, both. The ideal would be to find someone or to be contacted by someone who has the money, wants to make a real contribution, and we start from the beginning. But that isn't always the case. I've been approached quite recently by a couple of medical charities, both of which have been established for 30, 40 years, and they're wanting assistance on a more technical, day-to-day nature, which they haven't managed to have to date.
So you can take the load off the person who sets up the trust initially or who provides the endowment?
Quite so. The person who provides the endowment, of course, once he's given that gift, unless he's a trustee, he has little sway because he no longer owns the money. He has given it. It is a gift.
So it's a one-way street. Once the trust is established, that's it. It's not coming back.
Absolutely. He has taken the view, he or she has taken the view that they have sufficient for their day-to-day needs. They want to give something to someone else. And at that stage, control passes.
And you will also assist in finding suitable trustees?
Yes. Sometimes one has to use third parties, agencies who do this. But there is a lot of people out there who are altruistic and want to give their time, which is very satisfying to know that.
And do you need a minimum number of trustees?
Yes, the Charity Commission, and we're talking about the Charity Commission here, requires a minimum of 3 trustees. I think it's always good to have an odd number, but as far as I'm concerned, there's no real maximum number of trustees. It is, if you've got people who are committed to something, it is nice to have more trustees than a basic minimum. 7 or 9 trustees is quite a healthy number, because the business model which most people now adopt means that that you need to have rotation of directors, trustees, so that after a certain number of years, 3 or 4 years, those trustees will have to come up for re-election.
And are they re-elected by the other trustees?
Yes.
Does that not make for difficult relations?
One hopes not.